What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Rimworld, our tribal playthrough. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and rearm. Nope, not deconstruct. We need to rearm some traps. And in fact, I might make this a little bit more efficient. I may rebuild this area because what we're doing right now is very, very wasteful with regards to steel along both sides. I had a chance to test out essentially something that people have already proposed down in chat, I guess, throughout the stream. Or I've had my free time as well, where you can make a single-length hallway with doors, and then you just fill it with traps like that, and they walk down, and it does a hell of a lot of damage. It does a great job. If they're aware of the traps, they'll throw grenades and stuff at them, but by and large, it seems to work out pretty well. And so it's kind of like one of those we'll cross that bridge when we get to it type of things. I'm going to go ahead and tell these to... Oh, these have already been flagged for rearm. Never mind. Auto rearm doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know if that's like a known issue, but if I leave it on auto rearm, they just never get rearmed. I don't recall what wounded Tona, but hopefully we'll be able to help out with that before too long. That's out of fuel. Okay, so somebody needs to refuel that. We're looking okay on wood right now. What are we doing for research? We're up on air conditioning at the moment. Although technically with the hats and whatnot, we don't really need air conditioning, but I suppose it could happen. We've got generators built up right here. I assume that we have the ability to make batteries? No, we do not have the ability to make batteries, so electrical storage is beyond us right now. That's unfortunate because I would like for it to not be beyond us. She has a stomach infection, a minor stomach infection. Well, that's not good. That's very, very unfortunate. A stomach infection is going to be problematic without access to antibiotics. That can cause a lot of issues. Essentially, if you got something like H. pylori or something like that that lives inside your stomach, you can have a lot of issues. It won't kill you, but they're talking about an actual infection to like a knife wound in her stomach. But like in real life, if you get a bacterial infection inside your stomach, in general, it's usually not a good thing. It's usually a pretty bad thing. Who's got guns and whatnot? So do you have shooting skill? Go pick up that gun over there. I need everybody to be equipped up. And then infection major, treatment quality. Yeah, she has a carcinoma that's in remission. It's not really going to matter too much though, because I've got a good feeling that she's probably going to get took out by the infection. She has a lot of infections, which could lead to some pretty serious issues. Tona's not feeling well, but I can't really... It's a tough one. So looking at my restrictions with Tona, other people have also suggested that at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, instead of using these as rigid schedules, people have said that I should leave it on anything. That way they'll go with like their hierarchy of needs and they'll fix those in order. I did find this to be a fairly successful strategy, and so I am going to be changing that on over. That allows them to work if they still feel like working, or if they need to look after their own mental well-being, they can take care of that as well. She's going to be refueling down here. How's her mood holding out? Is her mood... It's gotten better. Okay. I feel less terrible about it. I don't think she should be up and moving around. I do think that it's a bad plan. Drinking is probably also not a great plan, but what are you going to do? We've got enough cassowaries around where I really can't wait for them to start laying eggs so that we can end up with a bigger group. Well, actually, what we'll end up doing is we're not going to bond with the ones that are born and whatever. We're just going to... Is anybody going to go and prioritize these traps over here? Tona, go ahead and bury the dead guys, too. That's probably not going to help our moods out much. There you go. And is that a full grave? What's up with this full grave over here? A cassowary has self-tamed. It is now cassowary 1. It's another male. Okay, so we'll probably slaughter a couple of these. I see no reason to keep them around. That's actually just concrete. Wow, we have killed a lot of people in this playthrough. Like, no joke, legitimately, we have killed a lot of people. I'm going to suggest that we make a few more graves, and we can just kind of stack those wherever. It doesn't really matter. I don't think you can dig graves in some of these areas, but... We've got kind of a grave situation, I suppose, if you pardon my punnery. So that a hole right there. Where is she going? She's going to rearm the traps. However, her mood's kind of bad because she keeps seeing dead people. That shit doesn't last too long, but I still wouldn't have people in the presence of dead folks for too long. Can I have somebody haul this dead guy? Just get him up and out of the way. We'll get the traps up and running. My suggestion would actually be that we use this row of traps right here. The problem is we don't really know when our next enemies are going to come through. And so the way we would fix this up, I'm worried that I'm going to start working on it, then we're going to get invaded right after. But the last couple times, they really haven't stepped on as many traps as I would have liked. And I would prefer for them to step on a lot more traps on their way through. Our steel supply, how's our steel supply looking actually? We don't have a steel supply. So that would be pretty much that's that, I guess, at the end of the day. So we're going to need our steel ourselves for the future. Once again with the punnery. Damn, back again with the punnery. It's a little late for that reference, I guess. I don't know. If your name was Daniel, how miserable were you during that fad? It had to suck, right? My best buddy's name is Daniel, and he got it a lot. Like every 5 seconds, someone's like, "Damn, Daniel." Oh no, we got hello. Oh, well, I guess I don't need to mind that much. We've got a bunch laying around. My next suggestion would be I'm gonna say we should deconstruct all of these. And this may backfire on us very, very badly. All things considered and legitimately, this might not go well. I think we've got plenty of wood up here. We got another 260 wood. That puts us up over 1,000. Let me go ahead and cancel out this mass order over here. I think it'll buy us... Wow, he's got wool that's made out of megatherium? That's pretty badass. If you don't know what megatherium is like this big owlbear beast. And... oh, goody. Oh, but it's raining. I don't care. As long as it's raining, we're good. They're going to clean up some of the blood and refuse around here from random people getting attacked. It's a severe illness with Lilith. Her infection has been holding, though. Interestingly enough, she will probably survive it. And if we can get her through that, we may be able to bring her into the fold and make her one of us. Well, you don't get all of it back, but you get something, so that'll have to work for right now. Go ahead and get that pistol for me. We're also going to need to see this deconstructed. So if we can get a bunch of people on that, that would be great. Wow, what a thunderstorm. We don't really get those where I live. We don't really get thunderstorms where I live. We get thunder and lightning, but it's not like the forked tongues that you get down in like Arizona and Nevada and stuff like that, where the big purple lightning tongues that are around. We've got a severe illness on Lilith. I think she'll survive it, though. I've got faith that she's going to make it. Go ahead, and I'm going to need somebody that can look after her. Please treat her. I would greatly appreciate it. She developed immunity, good. And so now she should be set up for an excised carcinoma in her torso. I figure if we save her life, that'll probably go a pretty good amount towards talking her into being on our side. So structurally what we want to do here is we want to set this up. Let's grab some wood. And really what we want to accomplish is we want to set up something like this right here. And there's probably a more efficient way to do it, so I'm sorry if I mess this up. But really we want to do something like that right there. And then we put in a door right here as well. But the AI has no incentive to kick down this door because they've got an open path to our base right here. This diagonal will allow them access to each of the traps so that they can reset them after they've been set. And so with the steel that we've got right here, then we just go back through and we build a bunch of traps inside of there. And it's a single length hallway which means that they have to walk through it, and it'll probably kill 4 to 5 people before they get inside the base, which should protect us for quite some time. Now, with the threshold that's on the operation, how difficult is this operation? Is there a reason nobody has done it yet? As far as our doctoring goes, we have Lendoa, who's a 12, which means that they're a pretty solid professional at this. Like, they know what they're doing. God, I hope we make it through this thunderstorm without any major issues. Who is it that's really, really good at talking to people? Val is very good at talking to people. Val, let's go ahead and trade with them real fast because we got a lot of bullshit laying around. And if we can just move some of this stuff out of our care, I think we'll be in better shape. So we have enough money for that. I will sell them the club to even out our numbers. They have rhinoceros meat. I don't think I want rhinoceros meat, but I'll take their componentry. And aside from that, they don't really have much else that I want. I'll sell them some of our herbal medicine that's not quite so good anymore. There we go. And that still leaves us with like 80 herbal medicine, so I'll accept that. And that'll give us a whole bunch of silver to play around with whenever better equipped traders come through, so that we're not constantly worrying about whether or not we have the right stuff to make things happen. With Tona, has she been treated? She has been treated. Her infection has become major, but I think she should be able to ride it out. Good, we got them just in time. I was concerned about that. Now, her needs should be going up. She slept in heat, she's in darkness, she's in prison, she's sick, and she's experiencing acute pain from her carcinoma. I do hope somebody goes in and handles that, preferably Lendoa. I think we need better medical supplies, too, to excise the carcinoma, so we may have to wait and see if she just pulls through on her own. She's hungry right now. There we go. She had to have a nice long conversation with somebody that'll help out with her mood for a bit. And then once everybody on our shift has gotten themselves back up and is ready to go, we still have a heat wave running right now. That's another thing to be aware of, is that moods are just going to suffer due to the heat wave. And there's not going to be a whole lot that I can do about that. There you go. I was going to say, someone needs to come over here and make sure her needs are taken care of, because if she's like hungry or whatever, it's going to be problematic. Are we seriously going to let this infection go untreated? Here. Oh, already doctoring Tona. Oh, he's grabbing the good shit from over there. Okay, that works for me. Whatever. Yep, reset those traps. And then once all that is done, we'll put that in right there. Is it just me? We haven't gotten a recruit in like quite some time. It's been a bit. It's definitely been a bit since we've seen a recruit come through. So those doors are all taken care of. Now we just need to go ahead and with security, we will put in more deadfall traps like so, because we want to make sure everything dies before it gets in here. There you go. That's the shit I like to see. We've got a dead panther that could probably be chopped up for food pretty soon. Tona, you'll be alright. I promise. I may actually force... They've only got 6 hours of sleep. How much hour? They've got 10 hours of sleep. That might be a bit much. Or no, they've got 8 hours of sleep. I'm sorry, I'm bad at numbers. For some reason, my brain was doing the conversion for... I don't know what my brain was doing, but it was doing something stupid. Let's go ahead and give them joy in the evenings. Actually, I only want Tona to really have that much joy in the evening. Everybody else can do whatever they want in between. We have cargo pods, which have fallen from space, which appear to have nutrient-paced meals in them. It's not too far out, so if we get a chance to go and grab it, you know, we'll go and grab it. We have reappropriated... Oh, good, the heat wave is over. That's fantastic, because I didn't really feel like dealing with that too far into the future. I really sincerely was like, heat wave, I could do without. However, it's going to get cold now because it's winter. 13 degrees Celsius is still manageable. Man, these tribal people got fancy needs. This dude bringing up air conditioning right now. It's like, can't we sleep in air conditioning? I'm like, technically, you don't really know what that is. But I suppose I'm on it right now. I'm trying to make it happen, Captain. I'm working on it. It's a thing that I am aware of. Well, it's unfortunate that, yeah, turn those off for now. We don't want to waste the fuel. It's unfortunate we don't have battery storage. Where are batteries going to be hidden at? So air conditioning is there. We're definitely going to need... Oh, batteries are right there, too. God. And so this should actually work far more effectively than what we have up top and around other sides. It should work really, really well, in fact. I have my suspicions that things are going to be good. Man, this is kind of a mild winter. 24 degrees Celsius outside in the middle of winter. This is a really, really mild winter. This is not bad at all. Shit, winter's worse where I live, and I live in a habitually warm place, you know? Winter here, it gets down to about... I mean, it gets to where there's ice on the roads and stuff. It doesn't snow here because the altitude's too low. But it gets down to freezing. I mean, Tona's... critically joy deprived. Well, then go do some stuff. And stop talking to Bonzo, you dumbass. Here, see to your joy. Go play horseshoes or something. I mean, they're hauling. They're moving stuff around, so... That's not the worst. Here, just go do whatever you want for a while. Just hang out and stargaze. Are you wandering? What are you doing right now? Oh, she's going for a walk. Okay. And as soon as one of these male cassowaries... Let's go ahead and kill the male cassowary. The thing is, we don't really need all the males. We just need the females, and so if we wanted to get a meat supply, we could kill both the males right now, and we could just use them for feedstock. As long as they're not named, it shouldn't matter. Just whacked it over the head, just swack. I thought maybe they were going to have to hunt it or whatever. No, no animal corpses over here, please. Let's go ahead and say... No animal corpses over there. I would prefer instead to see this made into some kind of meat. Yeah, make as many fine meals as you can because that'll make our life a lot easier too. If we got somebody who's ready to butcher. Hopefully that'll get finished before too long as well. Clothing is looking good. It's 18 degrees Celsius. We got a patient waiting for a medical operation. Carcinoma, which is major and in remission. I mean, unfortunately, I think lack the medical supplies. We might need Glitter World stuff to make that happen. It's a little worrying, but we're a lot more safe now than we were previously. If you've got a solid plan like this that'll keep you alive in the face of attrition and stuff like that, you should be alright. We haven't been attacked by any mechanoids or anything yet either, which kind of surprises me. We're not through our first year, so I guess it doesn't surprise me that much. It's just that I expect mechanoids to happen now. I'm paranoid like that. Apparently we've got cassowary leather too, so that'll help out with some of our design and all that sort of thing. If we've got stone crafting, my next suggestion would be that we put down a stone crafting table somewhere. Do we not have stone crafting? Oh, we don't have stone crafting. Okay. Whatever. One thing at a time. You take it where you can get it, I suppose. And we're going to do the same thing to this entrance over here. And then I may do the same thing to this entrance over here, too, just in case in the off chance somebody lands on this side at one point or another and decides they want to come through here. And that'll more or less be that we'll be pretty much safe from then on. If we get a siege or anything like that, we'll have some issues, but by and large, I think we'll be in good shape from then on. Bunch of extra cowboy hats, which is absolutely splendiferous. That sounds great. Lots and lots of fine meals laid out, which is good as well. Fine meals help out with our mood. They make sure that people got the vittles inside of them to make them happy. You mama make me happy and all that kind of stuff. You know how we mama make somebody happy? With a fine mama meal. That's how we make people feel good. Medical supplies in here. Everything's looking pretty good. Keeping that out of the rain. And for now, I think there's not really a whole lot left to do but let her run. I'm a little bit untrustworthy. I'm a little bit untrusting of starting off another major construction. Like, I want to wait till my next raid before I construct anything else down here. I mean, I suppose I could put people on it, and if it gets too far out of control, it takes them a little while to disassemble the traps too. That's the other part. 7th of winter. Yeah, it's 18 degrees Celsius right now. Who gives a damn? It's amazing weather. If we catch a raid right now, that's going to be a problem. But I don't think that we will. I could be wrong, though. I have been known to be wrong on occasion. As far as structures go, go ahead and give me a door right there. I'm going to call that a steel wall on this side as soon as they get all this disconstructed. Or deconstructed. I don't know why I said disconstruct. Do you ever have a word that pops into your head that's not like a real word and you just like use it anyways on accident? Happens to me all the time. Drives me crazy. So let's go ahead and do the same plan over here. Put in a steel wall right there. The function of this door is to make sure that traders and friendlies can get inside. And that's really the only reason that we have that door right there. That door is so we don't end up killing traders on accident or anything like that with our trap hallway. That was actually a pretty rapid retrofit. I'm surprised how fast they got that done, but then again, I'm sure they didn't really have too many prioritized actions. And so I'm happy about the way that that played out. That got done pretty much on the time scale that I was expecting and hoping for. A very, very good time scale. I do need to go back through my work menus and kind of prioritize better. Bananas a tender. Oh, we haven't even been chatting or recruiting with that one, so that was a waste of time. I don't know how that... I thought I already set that one up, but I guess I must be wrong. Go ahead, finish the job over here. It's important that this job gets finished. I mean, there's already enough traps laid out to where anybody tries to come down that hallway, it's probably going to kill 2 to 3 people. As they get armor and they get shields and stuff like that, it may get a little bit more interesting. But I'm pretty sure the shields only block bullets. We're just about out of time for today. This is Rimworld, our tribal playthrough. Should be coming to a close soon. Usually this is about the time that something catastrophic goes wrong. Like I get attacked by a pack of 9,000 wargs or something like that. And then I get dragged off to my death. But in the case that it doesn't happen, it's a pretty good playthrough. And I'm having a good time with it. I will see you all in future episodes of Rimworld Alpha 14. Hi to everybody, and take it easy out there.